Yo, what is good, my lovely people? Welcome back to episode 99 of X to Skip, bringing you the weekly patch notes. Once again, it's your boy Tom Ziri, and welcome. With me, I've got Kid Kojo. What's good, homie?
Yo, I'm chilling. What about you?
Yo, I'm dying, bro. Oh, this flu is killing me, man. But, comes and goes, always. But we out here, man. Flip 99 episodes. Well, technically not really. Our day ones would know that this isn't technically the 99th episode. Like, we've done a whole lot more when we were still... What were we before? I think we were just X to Skip at first, and then, we transitioned to calling the segments Weekly Patch Notes. So, hey. But of Weekly Patch Notes, this is the 99th episode, so pretty special. So, next episode that you guys will be hearing will be the 100th one. Will we be doing something? Maybe we will. But I think what I'm gonna do is dedicate a stream just to it most likely will be a just chatting stream, but I will be gaming on the side, but I'll be yapping while I'm gaming. So definitely, be on the lookout for that. Reason why, if you guys are not already following us on X/Twitter, that's where we give all of our updates. So definitely do pull through. I'll let you guys know on X or Twitter or whatever, as to when the stream will be. I'm going to try not to aim for it to be on the usual Sundays. So Sunday will still just be a normal stream as usual. But the one to celebrate 100, we're just going to basically, I mean, depending, Kojo, it's obviously up to you if you want to, pull through as well. But it's just basically, we're just going to chat about like how far we've come with all of this, where it actually started. There's an interesting story of how the whole podcasting thing began. When we was, what were we called back in the day, man? Flip, long before it started, when one of our episodes was Half Circle's Nice Guys podcast. Yes. Oh man, good times. But thank you guys so much for all of you who have been listening up until this very point. Huge thing. We've got some shout outs that we'd also like to do once we hit 100. To many of the day one listeners, you guys know who you are. So huge thanks to you guys. And with all that being said, let's get into it. Starting with some announcements. The only announcement I have with regards to the Amaranth story that we covered in the previous episode is she has now leaked more exclusive footage of how everything went down. The previous footage that we all had access to that was, online, was seeing how she pretty much got out of her house and was able to actually find help and bring help into the house to try save her. But now the footage that has now been leaked online is the men actually entering Amaranth's room and antagonizing her. So you guys can go check that out. Obviously, it's very sensitive. So, we obviously can't show you here or anywhere, to be honest. So, viewer discretion is advised. So any update I really have, to be honest. More updates to come in the sections that we're going to discuss. Kojo, do you have any updates? Anything?
Nah.
None. Oh, yeah. I guess another update for me is I have now uninstalled Avowed. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it, but it hit a ceiling very quickly. There's just it's not to say it's buggy like, Bethesda games or anything. It's just to say that when it comes to it kind of reminded me of when I first played Horizon on PS4. I was amazed by the game's beauty, this and this. Avowed, it's the exact same thing. Love the combat system, love the spells. I love the talent system, the leveling up and all this. However, when it comes to the dialogue, the story, and the unnecessary amount of traveling, that's where the game just threw me off. So it's gone to a point where I can't even like focus on what the quest is anymore, and I just would rather just kill. I don't like quests or storylines where it's mostly just talk. To be honest, like that's not why I played the game. If I wanted to listen to just talk, I watch a movie, But anyways, and let's get right into it then with the gaming news. Kojo, do you have any gaming news on your side?
Just one. Actually, a couple. Actually, I'm lying.
Go for it, bro.
So the first one is Rainbow Six Siege, Tommy.
Nice.
So during the invitationals, Rainbow Six Siege developers, Ubisoft, and the developers on working on Rainbow Six Siege teased and a new direction for Siege called Rainbow Six Siege X, and said we'll find out more information on the 13th of March 2025. They held the event on the 13th, as they said, of March 2025, and it was a pretty big event. Some of your favorite content creators were there to play the new Siege X updates. People like Jason the Ween, Stable Ronaldo, Agent, people like that. They were all, present. And Siege X, so this is what I don't fully understand what Siege X is, but this is what is included in the new update, and I quote, Siege X will introduce Dual Front, a new permanent and evolving 6v6 mode. In this mode, players must secure 3 enemy sectors while defending their own across an all-new map called District. Designed exclusively for Dual Front, players will choose from a curated roster of 35 operators, mixing both attackers and defenders for the first time in Siege to combine their unique abilities, weapons, and gadgets in ways never seen before. So yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. There's more to it, so I urge people to go and learn out more. In the updates as well, they will include new enhancements for classic Siege maps, new lighting, shadows, and up to 4K textures. And they will also be unveiling Rainbow Six Shield Guard, which is the game's multifaceted approach to anti-cheat. So the new anti-cheat system, I believe. So the update is going to be out on June 10th, and it's a free update. And starting June 10th, Rainbow Six Siege will also be free to access. But I'm not too sure how that works. I don't know if it's going to go free to play or what, but it says here, new players will have free access to Dual Front, unranked, and quick play matches with the ability to earn up to 26 operators through progression. Upgrading to premium editions will allow players to unlock rank mode in Siege Cup once they progress to level 50 and will give immediate access to more operators. Okay, so yeah, so it's like kind of like what WoW does with up to level what, Tommy?
Right now it's level. It's not 80. No, it's still 60.
For free?
Oh no, for free it's level 20.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm liking it to that. So it's kind of like Tommy said with World of Warcraft, where it's level 20 is a cap. You can play all you want up until level 20. This Siege, new updates, free to play, but you can only have access to certain things. So Siege X, a lot of people are excited about it. So we'll see more. And unfortunately, going from happy-ish news to sad news, we have another game shut down and studio closure, Tommy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of this game called Spectre Divide.
No.
Yeah, it came and it went. I'm not going to lie to you. It came out like about 6 months ago. It was developed by a studio called Mountaintop Studios. And yeah, it came and it went. It had this cool mechanic where you could create like a duplicate of yourself, a double, what is the word for it? Double something. Doppelganger, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And you could create that, that I think that was the whole mechanic of it. I didn't really fully understand the game, but it was backed by Shroud, and I think Shroud, everybody who knows Shroud, he's one of
the... it's not the game that he made, right? Or is it?
It's the game. So he was making a game with another content creator called Sacriel with another studio. I don't think it's the same one, though. It's not the same one, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, he was, so I remember watching his stream where he announced the game and revealed it for the first time, and he was like, he was playing this game ever since it was just gray boxes and just random assets, so he did back the game, he did push the game for a little bit, but yeah, so anyway, before I get too sidetracked, this is what's happening. So Spectre Divide will be shutting down within 30 days, and the developers Mountaintop Studios will be disbanded by the end of the week.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's really sad, man. So what happened was they said that, they just launched season 1 2 weeks ago, but unfortunately it didn't gain the traction it needed to keep the studio afloat and the game afloat. So because of that, they're going to shut down the studio and shut down the game. And yeah, it's sad. They said they're going to take the game offline within the next 30 days. But yeah, so they also said they're going to be disabling new purchases and refunding money spent on season 1 or spent since season 1. So yeah, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for my news.
Oh yeah. From my side, it's pretty much to a point where, like, look, guys, at the time of this recording, we've now finished season 3 of Invincible, okay? And what an incredible episode. Holy shit, what an incredible episode. Deviates a bit from the comic. Now, obviously, this is gaming news, so let me get to the gaming part of it. But the Invincible video game has now received an update as of, the release of the final episode of season 3. So Robert Kirkman, who's pretty much involved with it, says that, the game has been in the works and it's looking to be a AAA. And he obviously promises people that it's definitely going to be cool. And they've already done some advertising and some, Easter eggs and hints towards it because apparently, obviously, I don't play Fortnite anymore. Apparently, Alan the Alien has now just hit the Fortnite store, as well as on the mobile RPG, which is the Guarding the Globe. So Guarding the Globe is a mobile RPG where you can play as some of the Guardians of the Globe from the Invincible TV show. So yeah, as we already know, Invincible season 4 is already in production, so that's going to be flipping sick. Now, for any of those of you who are actual Invincible fans, you already know that if they put any sort of freedom in terms of flight, fights, power levels, scaling, and all that type of stuff, within the game, that's going to be incredible, right? But obviously, keep your walls up. We've heard so many. We all know how the gaming world goes, bro. Since Anthem and other games that was so hyped and then they just became trash. After that, just keep your guard up. That's all we can pretty much just say, right? So yeah. So anyways, Skybound Entertainment, who will be launching the game or making the game, publishing. Sorry. They admitted that they have a very big budget, for this. And said that, it's going to be anything but indie, which I love. So if that's the case, we can already try to expect that some of the characters will be voiced by celebrity level people as well, which is going to be incredible. So yeah, so we'll see how that's going to go. Like I mentioned, keep your guard up. We never know what may happen. So yeah. We'll just see about that. And that's pretty much the only gaming news I have. So moving on to the gaming corner. I only have one release on my side, but I don't actually know if it fits or if it was ever mentioned. But Repo has to be the most fun game of the year, to be honest. Not game of the year, but fun game of the year. As well as, for most of you who may or may not know, Among Us 3D also had a new update as well, which has been great. Haven't played Among Us 3D at all, to be fair. I'm still one of those where, if things are just random, not really for it. And then obviously another update in terms of gaming releases last week, which is essentially the 7th of March, yeah. The updates towards Phasmophobia with the new maps and the new changes to Bleasdale have now come live, and absolutely incredible, absolutely great. Love it to bits. Shit, I need to do a horror stream, actually. I think you guys are in need of that. I think we can take a break from Marvel Rivals as well as all the space games I play, like No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous. So maybe we'll try a horror game, give you guys just a glimpse of it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, Kojo, releases from your side, bro?
Literally nothing.
Oh, crazy. So I guess it's good I had something.
Well, but anyway, yeah. So let's just go through. It's literally nothing. So first off, we have a game called Wonder Stop, PC, PS5, Xbox Series. Adventure Life Sim, March 11th, 2025, currently sitting at an 81 on Metacritic. And then we have a re-release or a port of Rise of the Ronin, which is being released on PC. It was released on PS5, I think it was last year, and is being released on PC, March 11th, 2025. It's an open world action game, currently sitting at an 80 on Metacritic. And last week, I talked about a game called Fragpunk. Not sure if you've seen it or heard about it, Tommy, on Twitch.
Now, after you mentioned it, like last week, I did check some of it out. It reminds me of what's that game? Hyper something.
Escape.
Yeah, like that Ubisoft had, where like you change the rule of the game while you're gaming. But yeah, it seemed okay. I'm shooters. I'm too old, man.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. But yeah, so I reported on it, and I said at the time that it didn't have a Metacritic score at that time. Well, it does now. Do you want to guess what it is, Tommy?
I want to put it not too low, so I'm going to give it a 79.
Okay, 79. That's pretty close. It's currently sitting at an 82.
I'm amazed. Okay.
Same.
I thought like with all this ingredients of, shit changing during and whatnot, that's already been used up, but okay, cool.
I know, right? Same. I hope the game does well. I don't want to see another studio closure and game shutdown. Anyway, but yeah, that's it for the gaming corner. And
then of this recording, well, at the moment of this recording, guys, the Steam sale is up, so definitely go check that out. That's how I was able to jam repos, because now it's very cheap. So yeah. Anyways, that brings us to the halfway point. If you guys are enjoying this so far, please do leave a like and subscribe. And let's move on to the content creator side of things. So I already gave you guys the updates with regards to the whole Amaranth thing that happened last week. But as of late, Twitch has been horrified in the rise of IRL stream harassments, and they promised to investigate into these things. So now, okay, I'm not going to get too big into this, because every streamer who's, I don't know, has a name for themselves has chimed in their 2 cents with regards to whether this will work, whether it won't, right? So to give you guys some just quick update again, the previous episode, we mentioned how Valkyrie, Senna, and Emiru were approached by a man during a live stream when they were at Southern California's Santa Monica Pier. Right? He even attacked them, saying that he was going to kill them, this and this and this, but he was unarmed, 1 man versus 3 women, but it still obviously put some fear into them, right? Because at the end of the day, even if he doesn't kill you, your reputation's getting killed and all this type of shit. But obviously that's the last thing that they would think about, if your life is in danger. And then I mentioned the whole Amaranth situation as well. Now, Twitch was then saying that they're horrified by what has transpired in the past few years, and now that their big stars have now also gone through the same IRL harassment, they want to now step in and do stuff. Now, a lot of people have been saying that Twitch doing this is just a blanket type of statement, or like a blanketed white knight type of move, because what could they possibly do? Already streamers have the issue, right, of trying to keep most of their private life hidden from the world, but you will still always get those people who just randomly come into your stream, know who you are, dox you, and cause a whole lot of other issues. On top of that, especially if you're a streamer that uses like, relay servers. So for those of you who have never streamed in your entire life, but you're wondering, oh, how is it that non-US streamers are making it so big on Twitch when Twitch has limited servers in certain countries? Well, that's because they use relay servers, whereby you can connect to a server within your country that is boosted very highly in terms of performance, that will then be able to give you the same sort of performance in the home country of the Twitch server, right? Hope that makes sense. If not, Google a relay server. But anyways, in doing so, some people find that some relay servers are actually easy to hack, and by that you'll be able to find the streamer's actual location through IP and and all that type of stuff. So whatever Twitch thinks that they're going to do won't even work, because what could Twitch possibly do? Is Twitch now going to answer to everyone that gets harassed? Is Twitch now going to put methods in place that a streamer cannot be swatted? How would they even stop that? So it doesn't make sense how Twitch is going to step in and be able to do this, because when they said that they're horrified by any kind of harassment or abuse, even if it takes place outside of Twitch, the safety of our streamers, will be something that we'll continue to investigate. Like, how? So yeah. Anyways, that's just how it is. My suggestion honestly would be that what Twitch can actually do, that some places do very well, is to say you IP block a person. Now, obviously that also has its drawbacks, because if you IP block a person can just VPN and still watch your stream, right? Hopefully though, Twitch does make sure that you validate or you verify your account by having, verified email and all this type of stuff. Emails are also checked via IP. You can see where an email was sent from and where it went. So it's just, I don't know how Twitch thinks that they're going to stop this. It won't stop. That's the sad part. It just won't stop. But yeah. And then I guess this is also an update, moving on to a different part of the story. But in the previous episode, we did mention, I'm not sure if it was the previous episode or episode even before that, we did mention what's happening with OTK, right? We mentioned how Asmongold had stepped down from OTK, and he had mentioned why. He also mentioned that, it may have led towards the political views of everything, and the fact that, Asmon said, most of the content they tried to do to keep the name OTK afloat just became too cringe. Emiru left purely because of the whole views on LGBTQ and all this of her peers having different views, as well as most people think it's because of Asmongold's super support of Trump. That pretty much shook the whole of OTK. We know that Emiru was the whole LGBTQ, as well as the allegations made against Mizkif when he tried to cover up another member of OTK who went through a sexual harassment case. Segueing to Mizkif. Mizkif now opens up about his future in OTK, as the company is now restructuring after the Asmongold situation. So, like I mentioned, what's causing, all of it is due to the whole political stuff and everything, which actually all started when the whole Gaza-Palestine situation was happening. In late 2024, that's when Asmongold actually first started to step away just a bit. And yeah, so now, Will Neff had mentioned that the company was undergoing some big changes as of late, saying that, if they can't make it a better place, and they can't make it a happier and healthier place, then they have to reevaluate OTK as a whole, and even he will have to reevaluate where he stands, in the whole midst of it. Because at the moment right now, it's Will Neff and Mizkif, and then there's one other person. I think is NMP LOL part of OTK? I actually don't know. I don't know. I something about it tells me that he is, but anyways.
He is. He's one of the founding members, yeah.
There you go. Exactly. So it's just him, Mizkif, and Will Neff. So Mizkif did say on the stream that, he's not leaving OTK, because what's to leave when it's a legacy you started? In any case, you can just rebrand it, redo it as much as you want. You're not under anyone else's control. So Mizkif then said, they don't do anything at the moment anyway. So why would you want to leave? The people who did this stuff for OTK have left. So it's there's no point to leave now, because you can just rebuild it if you need. And he's where else would he go? To another organization? There's no points, because he would still want to do things just his way, or not his way, but in a way that he agrees to, right? And he even said that OTK shouldn't be seen as an organization. It should just be seen for a collective of creators. And I think that's where most organizations tend to fail, is because they get to a certain point, like offline TV, for example. Offline TV with Pokimane moving out was because I think for her, it started becoming more of an organization, where it's you guys aren't just living in a house together anymore. You're actually running a business, but again, within a house. So it's still businessy. So I don't know, the likes of Mizkif is gonna step away and try to take that seriously, because damn, man, that OTK has been running for a very long time, very long time. And to see that fall, we can't just be left with FaZe, guys. We can't. Like, nah, OTK is like the last other one that we can actually kind of accept. So we'll see where this goes. Still, as we know, the whole situation that happened with Adriana Lee, who filed the lawsuit of $2 million in damages due to the whole OTK miskiff, Maya Higa and Crazy Slick for the, sexual allegations and emotional distress, caused a huge problem, which they're still trying to figure out. So once they get their ducks in order, let's see what's going to happen with OTK. So yeah, that's the only updates I pretty much had with regards to that. So yeah, Koji, you said you didn't have anything for content, right? For content creator.
No, I do quite a bit.
Oh shit, yeah, go for it, bro.
But before that, I think I want to comment on something.
Sure.
I think that Crazy Slick was not a part of OTK.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't a part of it. What I was saying is that whole Adriana Lee thing that involved.
You said before that, in the beginning, you said that Miska tried to cover up another member. You tried to cover up another member of OTK sexual.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah. Nah. So yeah, wasn't that. Go.
Yeah. So, Tommy.
Hello.
Do you know a content creator by the name of Druski?
Is this the Diddy thing?
It is the Diddy thing.
Yeah, talk about it, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, let's have a conversation about it. So, for those who don't know, Druski is an entertainer, content creator, actor as well, and he's pretty big. He's blown up recently over the past few years, and he's doing very well for himself. But recently, he and former New York Giants receiver and Super Bowl champion Odell Beckham Jr. have found themselves in a little bit of hot water because their names have actually now been tied to the whole Diddy situation. Now, for those who don't know what the Diddy situation is, P. Diddy is currently in jail, facing a court trial, pending a court trial, where he's been accused of some heinous sexual acts and just sex trafficking and just heinous stuff. If you want to go read more about that, you can. I don't think I can speak about these things on YouTube, if you know what I mean.
I mean, at this point, if they don't know that whole Diddy situation, under a rock, bruh.
But yeah, so Diddy, that's what's going on with him. So Druski has been, his name has been dragged into this, as well as Odell Beckham Jr., and then they've come and denied it. And this is what Druski said, and I quote, "This allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke, living with my mom, without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation, so the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose this falsehood and the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives," end quotes. So yeah, as he said, these allegations said that he did these things in 2018, and he was saying in 2018, I was nowhere near anything to do with the entertainment industry. So, and Odell Beckham Jr., this is what he came out and said, and I quote, "I have been informed of the allegations about me in a suit in CA, I think, being California. I could be wrong, but anyway, let's continue. I really can't believe that my name is mentioned in that matter. There's absolutely no truth to those allegations. I do not know, and I've never met the person that filed the suit. I was not anywhere near Orinda, CA, California at that time. In fact, I don't think I've ever even been to Orinda, CA, California. I have never done anything like that, and I would never do anything like that to anyone. I'm confident that these ridiculous claims against me will be dismissed," end quote. So it looks like they're confident. A lot of people are also calling, questioning these claims. Moist Critical, I watched a video of him where he was like, this lady, I think it's the same lady, where he was like, this same lady who's accused, had another story about the Diddy thing. But that story, he was like, the things just didn't make sense in that story. So, I don't know. We'll see. But what's your take on all of this, Tom?
I think, for me, the interesting part at first was why they were even involved in the first place. I mean, I was also shocked to hear about Druski's name. I know Odell, he's, for him, I'm not too surprised. Druski, I'm surprised, because Druski, for me, I think I came late into the whole, the content creators I usually watched always had to do something with gaming, right? Druski was always just one of those who would appear on like Kaisenat and and all this type of stuff until I started investigating a bit more. And like, I mean, it also appeared on like Chunks and Philly, and all that type of stuff. Now hearing all of this, it kind of does make sense. Like, oh, okay, well, Druski, you've been involved in a previous situation as well. So I'm not too shocked where you try to silence someone for what they said you did to them. As well as there were those allegations that Druski actually paid, this one model to pretend to be his girlfriend for a whole 2 years, which is wild. So it doesn't shock me at all that he would be involved in this, not footage, but like released information pending, the whole Diddy thing and everything. So it's just, yeah, with Druski, I don't know. I'm shocked, but I'm also not shocked, if I can say. But yeah, nigga's guilty, 100%.
All right, I feel you. Only time will tell, man. I'm keeping my eyes peeled on this DD case. Yeah, this one, I don't think I've been invested in the case since Deb V heard.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, moving on. Tommy? Do you know, I think he's like your best friend, but do you know of a man called Ramzi Khalid Ismail?
Ramzi Khalid Ismail. Ramzi. See, now, the second name Khalid, I'm just thinking of the singer Khalid, but nah.
Nothing comes to mind?
I don't know the government names of most streamers.
Okay. What if I was to say to you, Johnny Somali? Oh,
okay. Yeah, what happened?
So, as people know, if you've been living under a rock, quick, super cut of what he did. He's just a nuisance streamer, what people call a nuisance streamer, who just go to different countries and just cause public nuisance, just be a nuisance in public. He went to Japan, was a public nuisance there. Then he left. I think they said he should leave. I don't know if he had to pay a fine, or I don't know if he's been banned from re-entering, whatever. He went to Israel, did the same thing, left, and then he went to South Korea, and he's doing the same thing, or he did even worse things, and now he's facing serious allegations. Like, nothing. He's facing some serious charges, not allegations, charges. So what happened is he's been charged with a bunch of, crimes, and he has pleaded guilty to them. So we're yet to see what will happen. This was his first court case, which took place on the 7th of March, 2025. So he pleaded guilty to all the charges, and we'll see how things go from there. Some experts are chiming in on what they think will happen. One such person is immigration lawyer Kim Joo-hyun, a senior counsel specializing in immigration and industrial accident law at Seoul-based firm Mahjong. And he said that any guilty verdict would likely result in an expulsion order. So this is what he said, and I quote, "Foreigners are ordered to leave the country either voluntarily or forcibly if their criminal actions result in a fine of more than 3 million won, which is $2,064. Considering the multiple charges against Ismail and the serious nature of his offenses, it is very unlikely that he will receive a lighter penalty than this," end quote. So this is another case that I'm keeping my eye on. So we'll see how that goes. If you guys want more information, I suggest you go check out videos by Atozi and Legal Mindset. Those are two great people who are covering this trial and Johnny Somali. Atozi flew all the way from, I don't know where he lives, but he flew all the way from where he lived to South Korea just for this. So we'll see how that goes. And finally, Tommy, have you ever heard of the Sidemen?
Of course, man, come on, bro. Of course.
So for those, again, if you've been sleeping under a rock, the Sidemen is a collective of content creators, YouTubers. So the members are Harry, Miniminter Simon, Toby, Josh Zerka, KSI, Ethan, and Vicstar. So they usually they play games together, they do content together and everything. But one thing they're known for recently is their charity matches, their football matches, where they get, a bunch of content creators together. So they have the Sidemen team, which is their friends and they themselves, and then you have the YouTube squad, which is YouTubers and other people, other friends. So this year's charity match was the biggest they've held. All 90,000 tickets were sold, and this was held at the Wembley Stadium, which was huge. So they raised £4.7 million for charity. To be precise, £4,733,004. So yeah, the match ended in a penalty shootout following a 9-9 draw, and the YouTube All-Stars, captained by iShowSpeed, managed to squeak out the dub. So yeah, it was a very interesting match. I watched it. It was really awesome. The halftime show, they hyped it up, but rapper AJ Tracy came and performed, British rapper, I believe, and KSI came out and performed Thick of It. So,
oh god,
which I was happy. Look, okay, let me not go there, but anyway. But yeah, he performed Thick of It. So yeah, so they've done a brilliant job with this. The live stream apparently was viewed to over 8 million people who tune around from across the world. And, this, I don't know if this is counting people who were watch partying it on Twitch and YouTube. You know what I mean, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it includes those people or they're just counting the official live stream. But yeah, the Sidemen, they've done an amazing job from, playing games in their rooms, in their their parents' houses, to selling out a stadium. It's amazing, it's amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my content creator news.
Oh wait, thanks, man. I don't have anything for esports, do you?
Yes. So I just have one thing.
Okay.
So this recently, the 2024 Capcom Pro Tour came to a close, and the $1 million prize total went to a Japanese fighter called Kakeru, who's brilliant. He's a very dope player. He is 27 years old, and recently in 2023, he won $400,000 in Saudi Arabia's Gamers 8 tournament. So he's doing so well for himself. He's doing very, very well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Congratulations to him for taking away $1 million.
All right, away. Thanks, bro. Yeah, like I mentioned, I don't have anything on my side, but yeah, is what it is. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening. That brings us to the end of the episode 99. Hopefully we'll have Max back for episode 100. I don't even know, like, we haven't had like a game in a while, like a game trivia or whatever, but we'll see. We'll definitely see what we can do to make episode 100 very special. Like I mentioned, definitely do tune in once we have the celebration stream. Like I mentioned, stay very close to watching X and our posts, where I'll then let everyone know what will happen, when it's gonna happen. Might not happen in the week that's to come. I'm trying to plan it for when our country has public holidays coming up, so that I can like jam throughout the night, without feeling too tired or anything. So yeah, but yeah, like I mentioned, stay close to the socials and we'll let you guys know. But yeah, like I said, that brings us to the end of the episode. Once again, thanks Kid Kojo for all the news. Thank you all for listening, and yeah, we'll check you guys on the next episode. Stay good, stay healthy, and check you later. Peace out.